Hey guys, so today's show is a little bit unexpected. We were sort of doing a discussion on superfoods on social media, and I got a bunch of questions about what I do to implement superfoods into my diet on a daily basis. There are a lot of superfoods. It can be extremely overwhelming, and depending on who you follow or what magazine you read, those superfoods can change almost on a daily basis. So what I do to implement superfoods into my life is, first of all, greens to me are the most important aspect of any good diet. So my greens, this is my green smoothie that I'm going to share with you, but my greens are number one. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, I do a green smoothie. On Tuesdays, it's a yellow smoothie, and on Thursdays, it's a red smoothie. What I do is I buy by color, and I'm going to show you just what that looks like. This is an example of a standard day me grocery shopping for the next couple weeks. And I buy up in color, so you want to buy red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, in both fruits and then also in vegetables. And then bring it all home. You're going to do a veggie wash. I buy everything organic just to be sure, but I still veggie wash it, especially since you don't know how many people have been touching it. Wash it, prepare it, and then today we're going to look at how to put together the green powerhouse smoothie. It's a green wellness smoothie. And I do smoothies instead of juicing because with smoothies you still get all the fiber as well. So very important. Juicing is great for cleansing. Smoothies are better for dietary purposes, in my opinion. Okay, so here's what you're going to need and why. First off, these little pre-packaged organic power greens are awesome. This particular one has spinach, chard, kale. Power greens are great because of the vitamin K content that you get from dark leafy vegetables. They provide a number of health benefits, including protecting your bones from osteoporosis, helping against inflammatory disease. Because of their high content in antioxidants, green leafy vegetables can be one of the best cancer-preventing foods. Spinach, very rich in vitamins A, C, and K, magnesium, iron, manganese. So whether you like it or not, power greens are going to be the basis of your smoothie. So next, you're going to want a really good fresh kale. This is Tuscan kale. I choose the green variety for this particular one. So kale, because it's one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, loaded with powerful antioxidants, excellent source of vitamin C, and can help lower cholesterol, is also one of the world's best source of vitamin K. Next, we have green grapes. Grapes in general are really high in antioxidants and vitamin C. They have potassium, which can help lower blood pressure, and have compounds that help protect against high cholesterol, well, by decreasing cholesterol absorption. So very good to have. We're going to do green apples. So apples in general, again, are chock full of antioxidants. Doesn't matter if you have red or green. They'll help keep your skin elastic, fight off aging process. They're low in fat, high fiber, which helps increase body's metabolism. Rich in vitamins A and C, minerals, and calcium, which is great for bone health. And they also help in slowing down the aging process and enhance overall beauty. So ginger, we just want a little bit of ginger, but ginger contains gingerol. It's a substance with really powerful medicinal properties. Helps with nausea, reduces muscle pain, soreness, anti-inflammatory, drastically lowers blood sugar, great for menstrual pain and chronic indigestion. So it's a great addition. I also like to add turmeric. So raw turmeric preferred. Turmeric contains bioactive compounds with powerful medicinal properties. It's a natural anti-inflammatory, dramatically increases the antioxidant capacity of the body. It's linked to improved brain function, lowers the risk of brain disease. It can also help prevent and in certain cases perhaps even treat cancer. So it's also been written that it's been useful in preventing and treating Alzheimer's disease. So in either case, I'm using it for anti-inflammatory purposes here. We want a nice pineapple. These are low in calories. They add sweetness. They have impressive nutrient file, especially rich in vitamin C and manganese. great antioxidants for disease fighting, and has bromelain, which is great for aiding in digestion, boosts the immunity, suppresses inflammation. It's excellent. Oranges, although not green, high in vitamin C. Again, we're adding that sweetness, supports the immune system, prevents skin damage, lowers cholesterol, controls blood sugar, lowers the risk of cancer. Limes. Limes are an excellent source of magnesium and potassium, excellent for the skin, improves digestion, fights infection, helps with weight loss, and lowers blood sugar. So in this particular smoothie, it's doing double duty. So that's going to be our main component. You can also add the microgreens to this. I don't use a lot of them, but it's just a nice little extra boost. And then we're also going to add, if you have it, we're going to add some seeds. So I have this really cool blend that has the super seeds in it. So it has chia, flax, and hemp hearts. I like this blend because it's really high in omegas, it's extra high in fiber, and it's a natural source of plant protein. And then I also add a super green. Although this is primarily green, I like to add a little bit of extra for the immune boosting properties. This is a wellness smoothie, so it's there to boost the immune system, make you feel better. And these are really excellent and high in vitamins A and K, have excellent minerals as well as chlorophyll. It boosts your energy. And then finally, the last thing we're gonna add is some coconut water. So the way we're gonna prepare this smoothie is we're gonna prep everything in bags and then freeze it so that it's ready to use instead of using ice cubes. And so our coconut water is gonna help dissolve the frozen fruits and vegetables, but it also adds a great deal of electrolytes and helps with hydration. That's the ingredients we're gonna use. Let's prepare it. You're gonna chop it roughly, and then we're gonna get into how many you're gonna put in each bag. So let's get to chopping. Okay, so our first ingredient, as I mentioned before, is our super greens. So the benefit of these super greens is they're already ready to go, chopped. You just need to open the package and pull out as much as you're needing. So that's done, super easy. Your microgreens, if you're gonna use them, same thing, ready to go. So that's easy. So we're gonna take our kale, just gonna take it all. And you just want a sharp knife. This is gonna be super quick and super easy. So preparation on this thing, don't be concerned about being perfect, okay? So we're gonna cut this lengthwise so we get smaller pieces. If you have really long leaves, you wanna just maybe cut them in quarters. And then I'm just gonna rough chop them like so. And there's my kale. Okay, turmeric, very simple. That's about as much as you are gonna wanna use for one smoothie. Now, turmeric doesn't really add a whole lot of flavor, so if you are truly having inflammatory issues or arthritic pain, throw the whole thing in there. Limes. Limes we're going to take and cut in half, then cut those halves again. And then I cut these even further. So cut each quarter in half. So one lime should make you 8 pieces. That's enough for 8 smoothies. Ginger. Ginger you want to peel. I'm not going to use the whole thing, but you're just going to take a peeler and peel it so you take the top layer off. Doesn't have to be perfect. A little bit of root skin is not going to hurt you. Okay, so when I go to cut my ginger, I'm just going to cut a few small pieces. And we're just going to put about 1 piece into each smoothie. So again, here I've got 2, 4, 6, about 8 smoothies worth. Apple. Now remember, this is all pre-washed. Apples, we're gonna, just for the sake of our blender, we're gonna quarter and take the center seeds out. Okay, so for your apples, you're going to want 3 full, 3/4 of an apple per smoothie. So make sure you cut enough for that. And then we're going to go into our oranges. Oranges are going to add your sweetness. So this is a personal preference. I do a half an orange per smoothie, and I just cut them in half, and then I pull the skin off. For your turmeric, you can buy turmeric individually. They do sell it loose. I actually prefer, and it's more cost effective, to buy the organic prepackaged version, and then you have quite a variety to choose from. If they come like this, you can just take one and throw it into the smoothie, no need to cut. If they come loose, typically they're a little bit drier and thinner, so maybe add a couple to your smoothie. The most tedious is going to be your grapes. You don't want any of the stems, so we actually have to sit here and pick them all off. Again, this is going to add sweetness to your smoothie, amongst other things, but you're going to want at least 1 handful. If you want to be really precise, you can count them out, so each smoothie has the same amount. And my green smoothie tends to be quite green in flavor. I'm not into sweets or sugar too much, so if you do like your smoothies quite sweet, you can add a little bit of monk fruit sugar or simple syrup, agave nectar. Okay, so there's our grapes. And last but not least is the fun pineapple. Okay, so with pineapples, the best thing to do is cut the crown off. I also cut the end off. And then I stand up my pineapple on that bottom end and I just carve the edges off. I don't core it. The core does have a lot of nutrients, as does the peel. Some people will boil the peel and make juice out of it to get the extra enzymes. So you can do that, reserve it, or you can toss it or put it in your compost. Okay, so again, I'm not going to core, so I'm just going to cut straight down the middle. And one more time. So I've got 4 nice corners here. I'm going to lay them down flat, and then we're just going to take them and cut nice chunks. And we have about 10 wedges off of each side, so we have 20. So that's ready. Now we just got to get our Ziploc bags. So if you're like me, you have a lot of things in the freezer. So what I like to do is take a Sharpie and actually label my bags with what it is. In this case, I've got my wellness written on here, and I also add flax and wheatgrass because I'm not going to add my powders to this premix. I just want to remind myself that I need to add those to my smoothie. You can also use quart size. For me, it's easier and quicker to fill the larger. All right, let's start with our Supergreens. So, told you I do everything eyeball. So I'm going to take 2 handfuls. I'm going to do a handful of kale. I'm going to do 3 pineapple, 1 of my ginger, 1 of my turmeric, 3 slices of apple, my 1 lime. I want half an orange, so 2 wedges of orange. And I'm just going to do a handful of grapes. Maybe 2. Let's do 2. Now, if you were to add your microgreens, you would add just like a half a handful to this mixture. And that's it. That's your green smoothie ready to go. We're going to close it up. We've already notated on there, so this is going to go in the freezer, and we just need to make 3 more like it. Okay, so we have our 3 bags ready to go. You can see we have a little bit left over, so if you have extra reserve, you can make enough for a 4th bag. Otherwise, we can utilize this for another smoothie or just freeze it for next time. So when you are ready to do your smoothie, you're going to take your bag out of the freezer. You can let it sit for a little bit to let it thaw just a tad or not, but it is going to be pretty frozen, so no ice needed. You do need a really high quality mixer. I have this Vitamix that I've had since the 90s and it's still plugging away. And you're going to dump your bag right in. Literally when you have like 5 minutes and you're headed out the door to work or whatever, this is a great quick meal. So we're going to do that. We're going to add our coconut water for hydration. Now these come with pulp or without pulp. They also come flavored. It's totally up to you what you use. Just make sure you're using coconut water, not coconut milk. Okay, so I'm just going to put that all in there. And then I'm going to top it off. Remember, I made my note on the outside of my bag that I need to add my seeds. So this is my super seed mix. I've got the chia, flax, and hemp. And I'm just going to take a regular teaspoon. I'm just going to do 2 rounded teaspoons right on the top. I'm going to take my greens. Again, you have a choice. You can do multi-greens with a bazillion things in them, or you can go simple. I'm going simple with this one. Again, 1 rounded teaspoon right on top. We're going to close this up and let it run. So you do want to leave it running on high for a few seconds, like 15, 20 seconds, because your seeds otherwise are not going to get chopped up. So make sure you have it on the highest setting. And if after you pour and try it, it's still gritty, you might want to run it through one more time. So that's it, guys. Your smoothie's done. If you have more than what you need, grab a little sealed container and throw the remainder in the refrigerator and have it for breakfast. That's it for me today, guys. Super wellness, super food, green smoothie, ready to go from your freezer. Easy peasy. Took very little time to prep and even less time to make. So hope you enjoy. Na zdraví, to good health, and I'll see you next time.